Have you ever imagined robots so small you would need a microscope just to see them? It might sound like something straight out of a science fiction movie, but scientists are working on this right now. These are not your typical big clunky robots made of metal and wires that you might see in a factory. Instead, these are microscopic machines, tinier than a single grain of sand. We are on the brink of a new technological revolution, one where the smallest of creations can undertake the biggest and most important jobs, exploring worlds hidden from the naked eye. Imagine a fleet of these tiny explorers venturing into places we could never go on our own. It's an exciting new frontier waiting to be discovered. The world of tiny robots is full of amazing possibilities that could change our lives in incredible ways. Think about a robot small enough to travel through your own bloodstream without you even feeling it. Or picture a tiny cleaning crew that could scrub away dangerous pollution from our rivers and oceans, one microscopic particle at a time. The potential is truly mind-boggling and inspires so much wonder. These are not just fantasies. They are the very real goals that scientists and engineers are working towards today. They are building the tools for a future where technology works on a scale we've only dreamed of until now, solving problems from the inside out. This journey into the microscopic world is all about finding new ways to get things done. We can build big robots to lift heavy objects, but what about tasks that require a much more delicate touch? How do you repair something on a cellular level or deliver medicine to a very specific spot inside the body? The answer lies in making our technology smaller and smarter. We are learning how to build machines that are not just small in size, but also gigantic in their potential impact. It's a field filled with creativity, curiosity, and the challenge of building on a scale that is almost unimaginably small, pushing the boundaries of what is possible. The quest to build these tiny machines has led scientists to look for inspiration in a very surprising place: nature itself. Nature has already perfected tiny living machines over millions of years. I'm talking about things like bacteria and cells, which are experts at moving around and getting work done on a microscopic level. What if, instead of trying to build tiny motors and batteries from scratch, we could team up with these natural experts? This brilliant idea is the key to a whole new type of technology. It's a wonderful example of how observing the world around us can lead to the most amazing scientific breakthroughs and innovations. So what exactly are these amazing new machines? They are called biohybrid robots, and the name gives us a big clue. The bio part comes from biology, which means life. The hybrid part means it's a mix of two different things. A biohybrid robot is a machine that is part living thing and part human-made material. It's like creating a team where we build the body of the robot, and living organisms provide the power to make it move. This collaboration between technology and nature is what makes these tiny robots so special and so powerful. It's a perfect partnership created in the lab. The living part of these tiny robots is often bacteria. Yes, the same kind of tiny germs you are always told to wash off your hands. While some bacteria can make us sick, many types are completely harmless and incredibly useful. Certain bacteria are natural-born swimmers, using a long whip-like tail called a flagellum to propel themselves forward. Scientists have figured out how to harness this natural movement. They essentially attach these bacteria to a tiny, three-dimensional printed robot body, like harnessing a team of microscopic horses to a tiny chariot. The bacteria do all the hard work of pushing or pulling the robot along. The process is incredibly clever and surprisingly simple in concept. Scientists start by designing a tiny skeleton or frame for the robot, often using a special polymer. This frame can be shaped like a tiny gear, a small corkscrew, or even a little person. Then, they dip this tiny structure into a liquid solution that is filled with a specific type of bacteria. The bacteria naturally stick to the surface of the robot's frame. Once they are attached, the bacteria's natural instinct to swim takes over. As they all try to move in the same direction, they collectively push the robot forward, acting as a living self-powering engine. The best part about using bacteria as an engine is that they don't need batteries or electricity to work. They are living things, so they get their energy just like other living creatures do from their environment. Scientists can control the bacteria by changing the conditions around them. For example, some bacteria are attracted to light. By shining a small beam of light, scientists can steer the biohybrid robot, telling it exactly where to go. This gives them a way to guide these tiny machines on their missions, whether it's in a petri dish in the lab or one day, inside a human body. One of the most exciting things about these biohybrid robots is their ability to move in different ways, just like animals. By designing the robot's body in specific shapes, scientists can make them perform different actions. For example, to make a robot that can walk, scientists created a tiny structure with 2 legs. They coated only one leg with bacteria. As the bacteria on that single leg pushed forward, it caused the whole structure to tumble end over end, creating a clumsy but effective walking motion. It's a simple yet brilliant way to turn swimming power into a step-by-step movement across a surface. Swimming is the most natural form of movement for these robots because the bacteria they use are natural swimmers. When the robot's body is a simple, streamlined shape, the combined force of thousands of bacteria pushing it forward can make it a surprisingly fast swimmer on the micro scale. Scientists can even make them spin by arranging the bacteria in a spiral pattern. Imagine a tiny drill bit that can swim to a clog in a very small pipe and then spin to clear it out. This level of control over movement opens up a whole world of possibilities for what these robots can do. But perhaps the most mind-blowing ability of some of these new biohybrid robots is that they can change their shape. Scientists have created some robots using a special soft material that can be triggered to either shrink or expand. The trigger is often a change in the environment, like a shift in acidity. This means a robot could be designed to swim through a narrow opening in one shape, and then, once it gets to its destination, it could change shape to release a tiny package of medicine. This shape-shifting ability makes them incredibly versatile and adaptable to different tasks and environments. Think of it like a transformer, but on a microscopic level. For instance, researchers have designed a robot shaped like a tiny hand with fingers that can open and close. In its open state, it can swim to a target location. Then, by changing the conditions in the surrounding liquid, scientists can trigger the fingers to close, allowing the robot to grab onto a tiny particle, like a single cell. This ability to interact with the world by changing shape, to grab, release, and transform, is a major step forward, making these robots more than just simple motors. They are becoming true microscopic tools. So, what can we do with these tiny living robots? The possibilities are almost endless, and they could help us solve some of the world's biggest problems. One of the most promising areas is in medicine. Imagine sending a team of biohybrid robots into a patient's body to hunt down and attack cancer cells directly. Because the robots are so small, they could deliver powerful medicine straight to the source of the problem without harming the healthy cells around it. This would make treatments much more effective and could reduce the difficult side effects that many patients experience with current therapies. These microscopic heroes could also become our environmental cleanup crew. There are types of bacteria that are naturally drawn to pollutants, like oil or toxic chemicals. Scientists could create biohybrid robots using these specific bacteria. These robots would then actively seek out the pollution in our rivers, lakes, and oceans. Once they find the harmful substances, they could either neutralize them on the spot or group them together so they are easier to collect and remove. It would be like having a microscopic army fighting pollution for us, 24 hours a day, cleaning our planet from the inside out. Beyond medicine and the environment, biohybrid robots could revolutionize manufacturing and electronics. Think about building computer chips or other tiny electronic components. The process requires incredible precision. Biohybrid robots could be used to assemble these tiny parts on a molecular level, placing individual components exactly where they need to go. This could lead to even smaller, more powerful, and more efficient electronic devices in the future. They could also be used to find and repair tiny cracks or defects inside machines, extending their lifespan and preventing failures before they even happen. As we look to the future, it's thrilling to dream about what else these biohybrid robots might achieve. Perhaps they will explore places humans can't, like deep-sea vents or even the surfaces of other planets, sending back data from their microscopic perspective. They might become essential partners in scientific research, helping us understand the complex workings of the living cell in ways we never could before. The journey of the biohybrid robot is just beginning. By combining the genius of human engineering with the power of the natural world, we are creating a new generation of helpers, ready to take on the challenges of tomorrow, one tiny step at a time.